We're back. We're back where we belong in this league in the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years. The Knicks are back where they belong. What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Oh, man. Big time win for them boys by beating the Boston Celtics 119-81. The Big Cat, 21 points, 12 rebounds. The captain, 23.6 assists. The biggest playoff victory ever. 38 points they beat them boys by. Do you believe? What's going on, people? Yo, man. How good does it feel, man? How good does it feel to be back? To be back where we should be, man. Eastern Conference Finals, here we come. Big time win for them boys by 38. Flexing their muscle tonight. That's what you do, man. That's what you do. It's beautiful, man. Beautiful to see the Big Cat with a big bounce back game from him. OG Anunoby was huge. Josh Hart had a triple-double. Deuce was great coming off the bench. Total team effort tonight, man. Total team effort. 4 out of 5 starters in 20 points. Excuse me, scoring 20 points. Of course, like I said, Josh Hart with a triple-double. Oh, man, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Disc Rover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Yo, man. You know, let me start off by saying this. After what happened the other night, I mean, I was truly bothered by the loss because I felt like they robbed the Knicks of an opportunity that third quarter. But then that got all flipped on its head tonight when you seen that second quarter and the way the Knicks dominated that second quarter. They won that second quarter 38-17. It felt like a switch, like the game flipped. Of course, Jaylen Brown getting in foul trouble. He fouled out in the third quarter. Like the game flipped. And it just felt like after halftime, man, like going into half, I said, the Knicks got these boys, man. Especially when Deuce hit that 3 in the corner to end the half. I said, we got these boys. We almost had them by 30, man. Or if I'm correct, I think it was by 30 we had them, man, going into the half. Oh, man. What a great feeling, man. What a great feeling. What a great feeling. Listen, man, I think for all of us as fans, we know how far we've come with this team. You know what I mean? For me, this feels great for me because, you know, the last time this happened, man, I was in school. I was in college, man. LV's giving his age, but I'm just saying that's how long ago it was for me, man. I was a young pup. And so to see now the ascension of Brunson, Cat, and all these guys, the additions, right, and just what things have happened here, it felt like tonight and even this series was the changing of the guard. It was kind of like them passing the mantle on to us of being the new team in the East. It feels like that. And the beauty of this is that we didn't take any shortcuts. We had to go through the champs and we had to beat them. Yeah, Tatum got hurt, but we was about to go 3-1 in that series regardless if he got hurt or not. We was up by 9 by that time when he got hurt. And we would have been heading into the Garden, Boston Garden. TD Garden, excuse me. Let me correct that. TD Garden. With a 3-1 lead. It would have been the same thing as what's going on right now. So that's the beauty of this. This wasn't given, man, to us. We earned this, man. With blood, sweat, and tears. You see Josh Hart out there with a black eye, right? You see him out there. This was earned, man. And that's the beauty of it. And in order for us to get to where we wanted to get to, we had to go through the champs. And we had to beat the champs. And the way we whooped on them tonight, that's what you do, man, in situations like this with a team like this. That's what you do. That's what you do to where they got to leave. They got to bow their heads and they got to say, yo, man, we got to salute y'all. Oh, man, this feels so good, man. This feels so good. And it's well-deserved, man. It's well-deserved. Big time game for everybody, man. Big time game from him. I thought to me, the star of the game was Karl Anthony Towns. I thought he set the tone. He set the tone. He heard the chirping. He heard everybody out there talking about him, saying he's soft and this and that about Cat and all these other different things. I had no issue with Cat. I identified who he is as a ball player. What he did this season that didn't make me worried at all about him because I know what he could do. He's no scrub. You just got to make sure you get the guy touches. That's all it is with him. He's got to touch the rock. He's got to get a lot of shots. And tonight, he was a monster tonight. A monster. Cat was 8 for 20 from the field. Listen, he was 1 for 6 from 3 with 4 for 4 from the free throw line. But listen, 11 defensive rebounds, 1 offensive rebounds, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. He set the tone, man. That second quarter, like I said, that won us the game, 38-17. That was it after that. That was it right after that. We blew their doors off. And to me, when you're doing a closeout game in your home, in your place, this is how it should look. It should look just like this. It should look just like this. Pure domination. It shouldn't be anybody playing around with it. It shouldn't be guys just not sure. Dominate. And I thought that's how it looked from beginning to end. And I'm not surprised the Celtics played the way they did. I'm not surprised. Listen, this is what happens. Role players don't play great on the road like that, especially in the playoffs. Your role players play great at home. So what happened the other night on Wednesday, I'm not surprised those guys was knocking down shots the way they were. They're at home. But now you're on the road. It's a different environment. And they don't got their head honcho. Tatum's not there to settle things down. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rockin' with LV Live. Big time win for them boys. 38 points, man. The biggest victory ever in the playoffs, 119-81. The captain, 23 points, 6 assists. So for me, that was the big thing, right? I knew their role players weren't going to play well. You see Luke Cornett, right? He was quiet tonight, man. All them 7 blocks and that nonsense. He was a joke tonight. He was a joke. Luke Cornett, 21 minutes, 2 for 3 from the field, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. Come on, man. Where was this guy at? That's why I said it's a joke, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a fluke. Eddie Kofi, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming to Rock with LV Live. Big time win for them boys, man. The Knicks win the series 4-2. Now we got the Pacers Wednesday night. I'm going to touch on that in a second. But so to me, this is what you do. This is how you handle guys like this, man. Big shouts to Ant over there on Knicks Nation, man. I said it on his show. If anybody was over there listening, I said, yo, man, I wasn't worried about tonight. I wasn't. Because this is what better place would you rather be than right here, right now? Playing against the champs at home to go on to the next round. This is what you do. You take care of business, man. You blow them out by almost 40, seal a deal, then you go and have home court advantage. Look at that, home court against the Pacers. That's why I was confident about today. This is why you assembled this team. This is why you got OG Anunoby. This is why you got Bridges. This is why you went out there and made the deal for Cat. This is why you brought Brunson over here for this right now, for what's about to happen. Eastern Conference Final. Guys, we're 8 games away from the title, man. PQ from PK, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rockin' with LV Live. Big time win for boys. 119-81. The Big Cat. 21 points, 12 rebounds. Lionel Monis. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rockin' with LV Live. Big time win for them boys. 119-81. The first time in 25 years. It's going back to the Eastern Conference Finals. You got to love it, boys. Well, listen, we're 8 games away, man. 8 games away from the title. That's how close, man. And is anybody, I'm asking you guys, I'm asking everybody out there in the chat, yo, is there anybody out there you're afraid of? We can beat everybody out there. We won the series against the Pacers. We won the series against the Nuggets. If I'm correct, didn't we win the series against Minnesota? Or did we split? Did we split with Minnesota? Or we won both games. The only team I'm worried about is OKC. But that first game we should have won against OKC. Yo, we got a shot, people. We got a shot, man. What a time to be alive, man. What a time to be alive, man. This is it. We're right here, man. 8 wins away. 8 wins away. Eric Green said we split versus Minnesota. Yeah, exactly. So we split against them. Yo, man, we're right there, man. We right there. Great game by everybody, man. Great game by everybody. Let's listen to Mikal Bridges, man. I thought he had an exceptional night. So let's kind of talk about, listen to him right now, see what he has to say post game.
How did you guys make it look so easy?
Just playing hard, man. Shout out to them though. They compete. I know they have their man down and they fight for him. Utmost respect for them. How much they grind, how hard they play. But we just came out there with intensity and from the jump. And I'm just proud of everybody and really happy about the third quarter. You could be up a lot in that half, come out third, give them some energy, and I think we started off that third really well. So I'm really happy.
Mikal, I was in that building. I was getting chills. Those fans were unbelievable. What was it like to play in that game in front of those fans?
Man, it's amazing. It makes you want to make every shot, makes you want to get every stop. You don't want nobody scoring you. You want to make the play. You want to make the pass. You want to do everything right. So, shout out to the fans, man. They give us so much confidence to go out there, and happy we could have done it here.
Mikal, congrats to you and your teammates, and best of luck in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Pacers. Game 1 is Wednesday night.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all.
One thing he said there, what I thought was great from Mikal, I thought it was fabulous. He said, look, man, he said, we came out with a lot of intensity tonight. And you could see it defensively. Defensively, we had it going. And you could see the pressure that we put on, especially on a guy like Derek White, right? He didn't do nothing tonight. He didn't do nothing. The Knicks were on him like a straitjacket. It was insane what they had. Listen, Derek White, what did he have last game? 34, right? Didn't he have 34? Something crazy. 30 minutes tonight. 3 for 11 from the field. 2 for 8 from 3. One rebound he had tonight. 2 assists, 1 steal. He had 8 points. Come on, man. That's what you do when you get after it, man. He couldn't get no openings. None. And I thought the Knicks had his number, man. I thought they were on him like a straitjacket, like what I said, man. And I think for me, that's the beauty of that. We were picking them up as soon as they crossed the midline. That's when we picked them up. As soon as they got over half court. That was it. We had them in clamps. And you could see the defensive intensity. Gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. I thought it was a sensational game from the whole team defensively, and I thought we got after it. And I loved exactly the energy we had in that first quarter. I thought that was great. And then also, too, I love the energy that we had to start the third, right? So both times, the way we started both games, both halves, the first half and the second half, I thought was really the key. And then we used that to carry over. And then from there, it was just a beautiful night, man. It was just a beautiful night. And then by the fourth quarter, game was over, man. At one point, we was up by 40 on them boys. By 40. I knew the game was over after that. And so you got to be happy, man. You got to be happy with the way they played. You got to be happy with how they looked. And I thought that tonight they wanted it, man. I feel that based on what happened Wednesday, you could see that they let the game slip through the cracks. They knew they let that game slip away, and they shouldn't have. They should have handled business. And so tonight I saw a team that was laser focused on getting these boys out of here. And I think the most important thing of it all is that they were intense from beginning to end. Now I'm speaking of, of course, by the time that they, got the starters out. But I'm going to ask you guys, isn't this probably the most complete game the Knicks have played this whole playoffs from beginning to end? From beginning to end. They did not take their foot off the brake, off the gas. They kept their foot on their necks, and they just took care of business, man. From that first quarter on, they just knocked these dudes right out. And that's what you got to do with the champs. You can't really play around with them. And I thought they got after it defensively. And I thought what really kind of spearheaded everything is they got Towns involved early. And he started dominating his matchup. And you could see he had a little pep in his step. You could tell he was playing a lot more aggressive. He was getting after those rebounds. You know, they were contesting shots. You know, what about that block that Deuce had, right? So all those things, you could tell they wanted it. And Boston couldn't match that energy. They just couldn't. And so I think that this is probably the best game they've had this whole playoffs from beginning to end. Lionel Mona says, so much for sweeping us in the regular season, right? Celtics get decisions to make. I got decisions to make this offseason. Agreed. But you know what, Lionel Mona, I'm glad you mentioned that, man, because, guys, isn't this full circle? Full circle. What was opening night? Opening night, right? Opening night, we play Boston, right? That was the game. Because of all the moves the Knicks made, the league felt like, this is the league, they felt like this was going to be the marquee matchup to watch in the league going forward. Correct? This was going to be the this was going to be the marquee game here. Right? And so we kind of wanted to see exactly what this team was going to look like, the Knicks, right? Well, I'm just asking, right? So in that game, we got smoked, guys. Remember that? 132 to 109. We got blasted. What is that? 23 points, right? 23 points we lost by. And it was actually worse than that, it felt like, right? That was to start the season. The way they blew us out and embarrassed us, right? We said, okay, it might be a long season, but let's not stress it. It's the defending champs. It's ring night. It's okay, right? Now, here we are to end their season in the Garden, and we blow them out by 38 to pretty much end their little dynasty. Look how that's full circle, guys. From the beginning of the season to now. So they started off the season beating us by 22, by 23 in the Boston Garden, TD Garden. Sorry, I made the same mistake. And now we end their season by beating them 4 out of 6. We get them up out of here. They got a lot of decisions to make, like my man Lionel Mona said, or this offseason. And we blow them out by 38 points, man. The biggest playoff victory ever. What about that, man? Full circle, isn't it? Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Mr. Blanks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live. Big time win for them boys, 119-81. The Big Cat, 21 points, 12 rebounds. Big task. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live tonight. Big time win for them boys, 119-81. The Knicks win the series 4-2. Gotta love it, man. Vibes, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Atlantic Lion, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. All my peoples, man. Appreciate y'all coming through rocking with me, man. Big time win for them boys. Big time win for them boys. Big time win. Let's go to the highlights, guys. Let's go to the highlights, man. Listen, man. You know this is a situation to where. The way we started this game, I knew that we were going to win tonight. I knew we were going to win tonight because I saw the intensity. I love the intensity. I love how guys were playing. I love how guys were locked in. I loved how a guy like Mitch was playing. Thought Mitch was sensational. Thought Deuce was sensational. I love Cat's aggressiveness. I love Josh Hart getting after everything. Brunson coming up with timely buckets. OG Anunoby coming up with timely buckets. Mikal Bridges hitting that corner three. So it was everybody, man. Everybody. And so for me, this feels great because not just how we won, but who we won against. Who we won against. And the beauty of beating the champs the way we beat them. And most importantly of all of it, we're moving on and they're going home. So we sent them home on a fishing trip. They're going to Cancun, okay? Or some guys, who know their bread is long, they might be going to Bora Bora. Some guys might be just going to chill in their backyard. We don't know, depending on what their contract is like, right? But that's what's going on. They're going packing. They're going on vacation. And I just thought we got after it tonight, man. I thought we got after it. And I think for the first time in a very long time, this team was clicking, man. This team was clicking. And I will say that Detroit series really, really helped us out a lot, guys. It woke us up and got us ready for the playoffs. Rob Brett, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Big time win for the boys, 119-81. The Big Cat, 21 points, 12 rebounds. Knicks win the series 4-2. Getting ready for Indiana to come to the Garden on Wednesday night. Beautiful win, man. Beautiful win, beautiful win, beautiful win, man. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. Let's go over the stats really quick, guys. Let's go over the percentages. Kind of go through that really quick with you guys. So, all in all, man, I thought that this was just a great team effort, like I mentioned, right? But the Knicks shot 46% from the field, while Boston shot 30% from the field. 36, excuse me. We shot 35% from three. They shot 30% from three. We were 90% from the line, guys. Look at that. They were 70%. And, guys, we out-rebounded them tonight 55-36, man. Talking about the team that wanted it. And assist-wise, we had 25 assists to their to their 19. And they had 15 turnovers to our 14 turnovers. That's something we got to get better with. But all in all, man, we just wanted it, man. We just wanted it. Well, Boston, once again, threw up 43 pointers. 43 pointers. It was only 35%. But guys, check it out. We shot 45. We shot 45. Brunson shot 8 of them things. OG Anunoby shot 13 of them things tonight. OG Anunoby was just letting it go. I thought he was solid tonight too, but he was just letting it go. He shot 13 threes tonight, OG Anunoby, man. 13 threes. He was at some point I thought he was just chucking, but you know. But yeah, man, I thought it was the energy, man. I thought it was the defensive intensity. And I just thought that this team wanted it, man. They really, really did. And for me, you know how I felt about last game. I felt like last game we kind of got robbed. I felt like that third quarter was crazy. This game, you could tell none of that nonsense was going on, and the Knicks sealed the deal. And that's just beautiful to see, man. Beautiful to see. All right, man, let me go in here in the chat, man. Let me see what everybody's talking about tonight, man. See how everybody's doing, man. I appreciate y'all coming through rocking with me tonight, man. It's a long night. So much midnight, man. You know, we're getting up in here. It's crazy, man. But you know what? It's worth it for our boys, man. Moving on in the series, man. We got to love it. We got to love it. Eddie Kofi says, we'll give Tibbs a pass and ask him to develop the bench. Yeah, Tibbs is coming back, man. There's no question. So that whole, Tibbs is coming back. Tibbs is coming back. And, you can't. I have issues with Tibbs. I do. But just being honest here, if you're doing better than what you did last year, it's only right that you get another year, right? So him winning and getting us to the Eastern Conference Finals with a better team than what he had last year, he's getting better, right? So it's only right that he stays. But to me, I think it's got to be a situation where they get an offensive coordinator here, man, to kind of help him out with these sets. Because one thing we have to do is we got to make sure we're getting Cat some touches, man. And so that's something that's got to be worked out offensively, which I don't think he has a skill set for. But that's a conversation for another day. But I think Tibbs is pretty much going to be the guy going forward. Eddie Kofi says Deuce is not a backup point guard. Yeah, man. Hey guys, check it out. Tibbs only played 7 tonight. He only played 7. All these other guys, Precious. Oh, I think Precious came in later on. Didn't he come in? He came in. When did Precious come in? I saw him with some parts of the third, I thought. But on the tech, if you think Precious, Tibbs only went 7 tonight, man. Deuce and Mitch. Deuce played 32 minutes tonight. 32 minutes for Deuce. Mitch played 14. So that was big. Eddie Kofi says Payne has lost that position. Agreed. I think, yeah, man. I don't know. We're going to talk more about the series going forward as far as Indiana. I'm definitely going to touch on that. But yeah, Cam Payne, man, he's kind of messed himself up a bit with his play. Lionel Morris says so much for sweeping us. Oh yeah, I've read that already. Yeah. Eric Green says absolutely 100 their best playoff game. Yeah, agreed, right, Eric? This is their best playoff game, man. This whole playoff season so far, this was their best game from beginning to end, man. I thought they were sensational. Mr. Blank says they were determined. Plus, the Knicks were aggressive on both sides of the floor. I knew Boston was done once Jaylen Brown fouled out. Agreed. I thought they were done before that. They just weren't knocking down their shots, but I think that a big part of that is because a major part is that Tatum's not there. Tatum takes away everything, right? But like I said to you guys, role players play better at home. They do not play good on the road. And Peyton Pritchard was not good at all tonight also. Peyton Pritchard was terrible. He had 11 points. He was 5 for 10. He was 1 for 4 from 3. But those points came late, man. It came late in the game. The game was over. But a guy like Sam Hauser, same thing, right? He played 15 minutes, 2 for 6 from the field, 1 for 5 for 3. Like all them role players that was knocking down shots before was terrible. Drew Holiday was terrible, man. 30 minutes, 1 for 8 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 4 points. See, all them role players, man. All them role players just aren't good, man. They're just not. Atlanta Lions says LB man, job's not finished, but let's go. Agreed. Job's not finished. Job's not finished. Agreed. Rod says even Kohler got a 3 on the road. Yeah, right. Yo, I love the fact that Kohler got in, man. He's the future next year, backing up Brunson. I think that's who should be Brunson's backup. You're gonna have to get him some minutes next year because I think the kid's got it. You just got to put him out there. You got to put him out there. Atlanta Lions says I couldn't draw up a better night, man. Yanks win over the Mets and we stomped the Celtics. Agreed. We got to win this Subway Series, man, because they've been talking crazy. I love the fact that they have Soto. I love it. I knew that was going to happen anyway, but the way they talking, you would think they won a World Series. Like it's crazy, man. They still got to beat the Dodgers. Like, I like the Mets fans. I think they're cool, but I just think they're just out of control with this whole Mets stuff. Whereas the Yankees, man, we're only judged by World Series, man. We're not judged by who we sign and who we don't sign. That's it. Because as good as Judge is amazing. But amongst his Yankee peers, like Jeter and all those guys, they don't really accept him in the club unless you win a championship, man. And not one, but a couple. That's how you get to the big boy table with the Yanks. So that's where our conversations are different. We have different conversations over here on this side of things than the Mets. But anyway, off the Mets talk. Okay, big shouts to them. Big win for them boys. And Lionel Moore said Porzingis is going for sure. Yeah, man. Yo, Lionel, man, I don't know what's going on, Porzingis, man. I said this today. Big shouts to Ant over there on Knicks Nation. Yo, man, I don't know why they played him. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know what Porzingis' deal is health-wise. Like, I don't know. But they should not play him. Like, if he's got something going on and he's telling the coaches, like, he can't breathe and stuff like that, like, yo, last thing you want is for that guy to fall out on the court. Something crazy because your medical staff and you guys are pushing him out there because, nah, man, that's a clear sign that he's just not ready. He can't play basketball. Because one thing you got to be able to do when you're playing hoops, you got to be able to breathe. If you can't do that, like, that's not good. You know what I mean? They didn't play him like the whole second half again. I mean, he's, insane, man. Ryan says, was such a much needed, satisfying blowout. Didn't want to see Celtics fans having any kind of feel-good loss without Tatum. Yeah, man. They're out of sync. They're insane too. And then last says, this is true. Oh, Jaylen Brown fouled out in the third. Yeah, man, it's crazy, right? How things turn, right? Atlantic Line. This felt like Brunson all over again with him. I knew the NBA was going to get it right. They was going to tighten up. They knew what happened the other day, man. But no, we don't want to get into the conversation. We won the series. It's over. But come on. They wanted this tonight. This was the marquee game on. There was no other games on tonight, guys. We are the game. So, see, there you go. Big task. Look, the ref said, okay, let's call this game for real. Agreed. Rye says, Tibbs learned something from game 5. We had Brunson on the bench. Celtics cut a lead into a bit in the first. Tibbs calls timeout and says, okay, stop the momentum. I'm putting Brunson back. Not messing around. Yeah, good point. Mr. Blank said, I know the Knicks fans sleeping good tonight. Yo, man, of course, man. Of course. Earl Garris, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live. Them boys are back in the Eastern Conference Finals, man. They win the series 4-2. Beating the Celtics 119-81. The Big Cat, 21 points, 12 rebounds. Whoa. On my born day, what? Earl Garris, man, happy birthday, man. It's your birthday? Everybody, man, give salutes to Earl Garris, man. Check this out. He says, on my born day, the Knicks win. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, my guy. Hope all is well with you, my brother. Happy birthday, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful way to get us a beautiful gift right now, man. Watch the Knicks win, man. Beautiful gift. Del Ali, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rocking with LV Live. That was a marvelous, just marvelous. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was, man. It was, right? Feels good, man. It's been a long time coming, man. It's been a long time coming. That's why I feel so good. David, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Feels good, man. This is a beautiful, beautiful win, man. David says, total beatdown from start to finish. Jaylen Brown fouls out. That's called karma. Great win tonight. Agreed, sir. Agreed. Well said. Well said, and I totally agree with you there. Man, definitely karma, man. Rye says, love Deuce's minutes. Getting 32 minutes gets his confidence going into the Eastern Conference Finals. I thought Deuce was sensational tonight. And if you notice, Deuce is starting to knock down his shot. And if you notice, Deuce is great defensively. You see that block he had, man? Yo, he pinned that joint against the backboard, man. You saw the effort, man? That was beautiful from Deuce. I think Deuce is kind of ascending right now. He's kind of going up. I would not be surprised if he plays huge in the Pacers series. Huge. I would not be surprised if he plays big. Also, too, man, you know what I thought was great tonight? Mitch was great tonight, man, defensively, right? Mitch was amazing defensively. You saw what he did to Brown, put him on handcuffs over there in that corner? Mitch looked great tonight, man. Another great night from him. Went 1 for 2 from the strike. See what I'm saying? But I thought he was Mitch, man, getting rebounds too. They couldn't keep him off the glass. Mitch was fabulous tonight, man. Mitch was fab. 14 minutes for him. 4 rebounds, man. 2 offensive, 2 defensive. I don't know why it feels like he got more than that, but he was great. And then he got that steal over there in the corner on Jaylen Brown when he had him kind of, in the corner right there, right on the Celtics bench on that side. He had him locked up, man. I thought it was great. Corey Lindsay, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Just going through the chats, man. Appreciate everybody coming through Rock with me tonight, man. It's truly, truly appreciated. Trust me. It is, man. Excuse me. Atlantic Lion says, we now get to face Indiana, in whom we took to 7, even though half our team was hospitalized with confidence through the roof. This team can truly beat anybody. Agreed, man. Agreed. Indiana's got the same team. They didn't change anybody. The only person that changed is Mathurin. He's back, and he's tough off the bench for them. He's legit, right? So that's the only one. But outside of that, they got the same team. We got the same team. I think Mitch could be a difference in this part piece because they have no big coming off the bench that can really deal with Mitch. They had the other guy. Remember the guy? He got hurt though. Remember what was the guy's name? Isaac Jackson. Am I correct? Tell me if I'm wrong. I think it was Isaac Jackson. But I think he tore his ACL, his Achilles, or something crazy. So he's out. He was out all season. It happened in the beginning of the year. He was the only one because he's big. He can kind of handle Mitch somewhat. But they have nobody that could deal with Mitch. So when we go to that double big lineup, Towns to me is better than Mobley. He can shoot better than Mobley. So he gives them problems because now you got a legit big. Remember, Mitch is bigger. Jared Allen's only 6'10". Mitch is a legit 7'1", man. About 300-something pounds. Well, he's lost some weight. But you guys what I'm saying. He's a load in that Baja. That's a different type of matchup than Mobley and Allen, right? Because Mobley's not really a pop-out big. He can, but he's not a pop-out big like Cat. He's not that. And Cat is deadly from behind the arc. You let him knock down 2 or 3, it's going to be a long night, right? So that's the difference, right? You still got Miles Turner, but you got to have somebody on the glass for Mitch, man. Those offensive rebounds are demoralizing. That could break your back. The Pacers know that from last year because that's what kept us in the game last year because Iheart. But Mitch is a better offensive rebounder than Iheart. Iheart's a better player than Mitch, but he's not a better offensive rebounder. So that could change the series big time. Big time. Got everybody in here chopping it up, man. It's cool, man. Cool to see everybody coming through, man. Okay, BQ from BK, man. Says LV, man. What's up with Tibbs having a Yo. I'm glad you mentioned that, man. I'm glad you mentioned that. Yo, Tibbs is bugging out, man. That's the only thing. Like, I have no idea, BQ. Like, what is going on with him, man? Even, and I'm not a big fan of Doris Burke. Like, I think she's nuts. She's another one. But even she was saying, yo, you got to keep guys healthy, Tibbs. They even said Rick Brunson got up and had to whisper something to Tibbs' ear, like, yo, man, you got to get these guys out of here. It's 5 minutes left. Like, we're up by almost 40. Like, what are you doing? Get OG out the game. You know what I'm saying? Because he's dribbling. You see him. He's trying to go to the rack. I'm like, yo, my man, what are you doing? Dogs, we up by 40. Sit down before you sprain an ankle or something. Tibbs, get these guys out of here, man. Get Deuce out of here. Get Cat out of here. What are you doing, Tibbs? See, he messes things up for himself. BQ, that was crazy. I'm glad you mentioned that. I was gonna touch on that. That was insane. That was insane. I just did not understand why Tibbs was doing that, man. But see, this is why you got to have somebody reel him in, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just be doing stuff. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, outside that, he had a good night, man. He had a good night. But it's just certain things, man. You're like, Tibbs, man. It's just insane. Vibe says, man, how much were them tickets to sit front row tonight, LV? Yo, I heard, yo, Vibes, I heard them tickets were going for 40K, man. Heard them tickets were going for 40K. Let me see how much the tickets are going for. See how much the tickets are going for. I'm looking it up for you right now as we speak, guys. Let's check it out, man. Let's see how much the ticket's gonna be. Since we got time, right? We blew them out by about 38, 40. So why not take a look, right? Let's see. All right, so Wednesday the tickets, right? Let's take a look. Let me kind of pull it up for you guys here. Let's take a look. Let's see here. I'm looking for LV2, man. Let me see. Two tickets. Okay. All right, so the lowest ticket right now, the lowest ticket in nosebleeds, 916. Nosebleeds, even section 400, like that's way up. They want 929 each. Now, where I sit, right? Because I usually I'll sit close. So where I sit in the 104s, the 104s, the 105s, and the 105s. Like you get close, they want $7,000 for those. And the seats right behind the Knicks benches and the visitor benches, right? They want $19,000 for those. And the floor seats, like Celebrity Row, kind of right behind, not the floor seats, like Celebrity Row, they want $16,000. That's what I'm seeing right now. Well, for where I sit in 104, 105, they want $1,500, $1,588. But the row right next over from me in 106, they want $4,000 for them joints. $4,000 and $6,000. And then in 107, they want $4,900, $6,800. Yo, it's insane, bro. It's insane, these prices, man. And LV's trying to get there, man. I'm trying to get there, but yo, B, come on, man. It's insane. Insane the prices, man. I'm looking them up right now. I said that's nuts, man. I'm good watching it on TV. Yo, man. Mr. Blank says, yeah, not 916 for nosebleeds. That's crazy. Yo, that's what I'm seeing right now. I'm looking, I'm on StubHub. I mean, if I go to SeatGeek, I'm sure it's gonna be the same thing. I usually get my joints from SeatGeek. They're pretty good. But yeah, I'm looking right now. You know, you can go and look at the stadium, look at the seats. Sections 225. That's way up. That's way up at the top. Yo, they want a stack for that, man. For 226, row 226, like I said, that's way up. They want $995. And yo, I think this is the Chase Bridge. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure. 315 and 312, 311, 310. I think that might be the Chase Bridge. I think they want $1,500 for those. $1,600. Yo, B, you're not getting up in the building without paying a stack, man. Because even though it says 916, you know that's just flat rate. They ain't talking about fees. You're gonna have to pay fees on that. It's insane, man. He said, "Who those guys go down a little bit, right?" Yeah, I'm telling you, that's how it is, man. That's how it is in the garden, man. That's how it is. That's how it is. I'm trying to get to a game too, man. But yo, it's insane, man. But you know what's crazy? They're not going to go down. The more they win, the higher it's going to get. Mr. Blank says Tibbs be afraid that the other team will go on a 10-0 run once the other team takes out their starters. He needs to do the same. Yo, Mr. Blanks, I agree with that, man. But you're up by 40, man. You're up by 40 with 5 minutes left. Like, dogs, take your team out. Yo, you know what I mean? But you know, old dog can't change his habits, man. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why you have a guy like Rick Brunson there to kind of like how what was old boy from last year? I totally forget his name. It just slipped my mind. What was the assistant coach last year? Assistant coach. I just totally forgot his name. I had it on the tip of my tongue. I just totally forgot it. But Rick Brunson is there to kind of say to him, like, yo, man, we kind of got to get these dudes out of here, man. You know what I mean? Like, and then I saw Tibbs like do something crazy. I saw him call a play for Deuce and for him to go and pass the ball to OG Anunoby for him to in the post. I'm like, Tibbs, we don't want him because OG, he gonna be trying to do Euro steps in there and step on someone's foot, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just insane, man. It just doesn't make any sense. But with that being said, let's go to Tibbs. Let's hear what he has to say.
Postseason.
Probably, and we knew we would have to play 48 minutes against them. They're terrific on both sides of the ball. They play their style no matter what. And so they're not going to hand you anything. You have to earn it, and I felt that we did that.
Tom, it seemed from the start, and then even when the league got to 30, you guys were beating the loose balls and stuff. The urgency you had talked about, was that kind of on display there all game long?
Yeah, and again, it's how you respond to the challenge that's in front of you, and so, and we can't get carried away. Obviously, it's a great win, and we advance, and you look at that, but you also understand you have to get ready for the next series, and we know that Indiana's a terrific team, and we're going to have to be ready.
Tom, you guys obviously, through the first few games of the series, dug a bunch of holes that you had to fight back from. Today, you guys jump out to a huge lead. Just, was there a difference in approach? Did you sense that the team was going to come out?
You got to win games different ways. So every game's different. Then there's really no carryover from one game to the next, other than you have to be ready to win that game that particular night and understand, what you need to do in order to do that. And I think when you understand that part of it and you understand how important your preparation is, that gives yourself the best chance to win. So you learn from each game and you try to move it forward.
Tom.
Love what Tip said there. We talked about the intensity, but also, too, I love the fact that he talked about you learn from each game. And I think that, what happened Wednesday night, they really took that and they really used that as fuel to motivate this effort today, man. Because look at this. This is a beautiful, beautiful blowout win today, man. That's what you do in closeout games, especially at home, especially when you want to send a message to the defending champs that you're the new king of the hill. This is what you do, man. You blow them out by 40 at home. This is it. Send them home packing. Send them to Cancun. This is how it's supposed to be. When you're the real deal, when you're a really good team that wants to win a championship, this is how you're supposed to do when you're playing teams like this. And this sends a message, man. This sends shockwaves around the league because you say, yo, you see what the Knicks did to Boston? And people will say, oh, but Tatum, but they was up 3-1 on Boston, even when Tatum was there. He tore his Achilles, but that was like at the end of the game. It wasn't at the beginning. The Knicks was smoking them. The Knicks were up by 9 by that time. So I'm just saying. So this sends shockwaves throughout the league, man, because now we're for real. And you got to respect us on that. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of what tonight was. This Grover, BQ, Johnny Bryant. I'm sorry, man. I had a brain fart, man. Sorry. It's late, man. It's late. But so Johnny Bryant's got to go back and tell him and stuff like that. He used to have to do that last year, come up to Tibbs, and you know what I mean? And so it's just that it shouldn't take that, man, for him to kind of get these guys out of here, man. This Grover says, right, Rick went up to him twice, man, and Tibbs. Yeah, that's insane, this Grover. That's insane that he had to go up to that guy twice. That makes no sense, man. Like, he should be sharp enough to where he says, all right, cool. Like, it just doesn't, Eric Green says, we will need a big effort from Deuce against the Pacers guards. Listen, agreed, man. But I think he will play well, man. Here's the person he's going to have an issue with. McConnell's going to be a problem because he's been giving Deuce fits for the last couple of seasons. So Deuce is going to have to take that challenge the same way he took the challenge of Pritchard. He's going to have to take the same mindset. But outside of that, I think Deuce is going to be fine. I think Deuce is going to have a big series, man. I think, I think he had a problem with Detroit. Detroit was big. Their guards were big. You know what I mean? So from Beasley to Hardaway, all I'm going to do is like 6'4", 6'5". He was having a hard time with those guys. And of course, Cade is 6'6", right? So it's tough dealing with them dudes, man. It is. It is. And I think coming over here to Boston, he started getting his rhythm a little bit, and you could see him starting to play like Deuce, especially being aggressive, taking his shot. You can see the confidence he has, and now he's seeing a couple of balls go through the net, and now it kind of gets you to where you're playing better, you're sharper, and I thought that's what I saw from Deuce these last couple of games, and so because I thought he was exceptional in this whole series, man. But I do agree with you, Eric. We're definitely going to need a big effort from him. Okay, Rye says, I wanted to see Kohler get more minutes. I'm disappointed he wasn't worked into the rotation. I feel the NBA has a rookie problem for contenders. No other sport has this problem. I have to disagree with you, Rye. I do agree with him. And excuse me. Well, let me say this. I agree with you in the fact that he should have gotten more minutes. I don't think it's a rotation problem in the NBA. I think it's a Tibbs problem. There's a difference. Because other teams are playing the young guys. They are. Tibbs isn't. He I don't know. He's like allergic to it. So I don't know what that issue is. But I think Campaign is gone. And I do think that Kolek is going to be the point guard, the backup point guard of the future. And the reason why also, too, Rye, why that's going to happen is because the Knicks aren't going to have any money to go out there and get another backup when they just drafted a kid who was one of the best players in the country coming out of college. And if you hone those skills, he could be a good backup to Brunson. And so I think that's something the Knicks are going to have to hone and sharpen up, because I think it's a perfect connection there, right? To bring him along, to learn from Brunson, and he can run that second unit with Deuce. I think it's like a match made in heaven. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's up to Tibbs to develop these guys to where these guys are ready to go. Because guys, listen, we're going to extend Bridges. Does anybody in here think that we should not extend Bridges? I'm hearing that he should be getting anywhere between like 140 to 156. What do they say the number is? But the max for him. Let me look that up really quick. Max for extension. Okay, so he's eligible. He's eligible right now for a 4-year, $156 million extension next season. He declined a 2-year, $60 million extension with the Knicks. He declined that. He wants a larger contract next year, which I think he's going to get. He's going to get that. Because right now he's on a 4-year, $90 million deal. He's going to get that, man. And he's going to stay with the Knicks. There's no way he's walking. And they're going to let him walk. There's no way. This Grover says Cam is on a vet minimum, though. He's also Mikel's emotional support friend. Yeah, that doesn't mean nothing. I think Cam is saying, no, he's not. He's gone, man. He's going to Grover. There's no way they bring him back. You think they bring him back just because he's Mikel's friend? Mikel's not Brunson. Like, they would do that for Brunson. They're not going to do that for him. Yeah, I don't think. We've been saying that Mikel is likely to take a discount to stay with his boys. Yeah, but I think the max he could sign I saw is 4 for 156. So what do you think he signs for this, Grover? He's had a great playoffs, man. He's been playing great. So, I think the Knicks are going to give it to him. They're not going to not pay him. So they're going to be tied up. They're going to be tied up money-wise. Look at Mr. Blake says Mikal Bridges needs to be signed ASAP. Yo, he will be. He will be. Nick Yak, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Nick Yak says the Celtics play an 8-man playoff rotation. Minnesota plays a 7-man. Denver plays an 8-man, not just the Knicks. No, agreed. I mean, that's what happens in the playoffs, Nick Yak. You know what I'm saying? So, I think Minnesota goes 8. They go 8 deep. They got Nick Yak. They got Dante comes off the bench, right? They got Naz Reid, right? And they got the other kid, the other guard. They go 8 deep, man. They go 8 deep. So we got to find that extra guy. Yo, I think Shamit's got to get minutes, man. I think he's got to get minutes in this series. You got to play him, man. He's kind of lost his rhythm too. You can see it, like like you're gonna have to play him. Yeah, Nick Yak paying no chance. Yeah, he's not. There's no way. This girl says maybe he gets 4 years, 130-ish. I could see that. I could see that. Precious hardly a chance unless he gets a team friendly. Maybe, man. I mean, Precious hasn't been playing well as of late, so I doubt. I could see him staying for a team friendly deal, but then who is Precious Achua? Okay, is Precious Achua out there? Is he going to get something like 4 years, $30 million? Is he going to get something like that for 4 years? 4 years, I don't know, $28 million. Is he going to get that out there, you think? Precious low-key might be out the league, man. That's how these young boys are coming in. You know what I'm saying? They got some G League players that are just as good as Precious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some players coming into the league now from college that are just as good as Precious, if not better. That they could probably play a rookie being a minimum deal and they're going to get better production. So Precious might be lucky. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it all depends. It's not like he's, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta Lions is getting late. I'm out of here. Yo, Atlanta Lions, man, I appreciate you coming through rock with me, man. Everybody, listen, when you come through and you leave, whatever, just please hit that like button for your boy. I appreciate everybody coming through rock with me, man, but just please hit that like button for me. Atlanta Lions, man, I'm salute you, man. Take it easy. Appreciate you coming through rock with me, man. This scroll says, I honestly think Precious is gone. He cost more than Cam, and his performance was worse overall. Yeah. Kevin McCullough and Slim Fast are going to be taking Precious minutes. Agreed. Gideon, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. Eastern Conference round, but listen, Gideon, man. First time in 25 years, my guy. 25 joints, man. 25 joints, man. 25. That's insane, man. That's insane. It's insane, man. But it feels good, though. But it feels good, man. You know what's ill? What's ill is this, guys. It feels good for me, man, because when I fell in love with the Knicks, we were good. Like, like coming off of Bernard King, and we drafted Ewing, and all them years that we were good, man. Like all through the 90s, we were the best team in the East, man. That 93 team, when Charles Smith was getting hacked and they didn't call it, that team should have went to the finals and won it. They were up 2-0 on the Bulls. That 93 team. I was in high school then. But that 93 team was better than the 94 team. That's when they were getting hacked, because the 94 team went to the finals and they lost to Houston when Starks went 2 for 20 or something like that and was missing everything in game 6. The Knicks were up 3-2 in that series and they lost the next 2. But that 93 team was ill. That team was really good. They should have beat the Bulls, but they MJ, man. J Deals, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming to Rock with LV Live tonight. Big time win for the boys, 119-81. Nick Yak says we gave him less than 7 and made him give up No trade to sign with us. Yeah, with Precious, right? Yeah, but Gideon, man, I don't think anybody. I mean, Nick Yak, I don't think anybody wanted him, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody wanted him. Just because you see his production, he's good. Like he's serviceable, but he's got to play a lot. You know what I'm saying? But he makes bad decisions on the court too. I've been watching Precious. Like you can see, like it feels like basketball was like his second sport. Like he might have been a soccer player first. You know what I'm saying? And he's started playing basketball because he got tall. You know what I'm saying? Because he looks like sometimes like uncoordinated, like he doesn't know what he's doing. This Rovers is the best Knicks team we had in the 90s, and it just happened. We have to contend with prime MJ, Hakeem, and Tim Duncan. Yeah, that Tim Duncan squad was legit. That was the 2000s. That was the 2000 team with Spreewell in Houston. That was later. That's when we faced Duncan. They were too much, man. We won one game in that series. One game. They got us in the gentleman's suite. Eric Green said Knicks in 6 or 7 versus Pacers. What do you think? Eric Green, I think the Knicks in 6. I think we beat them boys in 6. They're not better than us. They're not. It's all about matchups. See, that stuff they can get away with in Cleveland. They can't get away with that with us. It's just matchups. They can't. Brunson is a problem, man. He's the problem. Spider is not as good as Brunson. Brunson's going to be a problem for them boys. He gets them in so much foul trouble. And defensively, we get after. We got the wings to do that. And Josh Hart is something different. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep him off. And then, Cat is a different type of monster. You know what I'm saying? So once again, it's all about matchups, man, and how you fit. And what does that look like? But Brunson is a tough check, man. He'll get them dudes in foul trouble, like Newhouse and what's the other guy? What's the other guy? Newhouse and I forget the other kid's name. Nimhart. There you go. Newhouse and Nimhart. They both got ends. He kills them dudes. And we got Bridges for Halliburton. You see what I'm saying? So Naismith. There you go. Naismith. Yeah, see Newhouse, Nimhart. See, I'm all over the place this row, but thank you. So yeah, man. Big Task. LV, what do you think about these Knicks, man? Yo, Big Task, come on, man. First time in 25 years, man. Feels great. But Big Task, I wasn't worried, man. I wasn't worried about tonight. I really wasn't. I knew we was going to seal the deal. I knew we was going to seal the deal. I just wasn't worried about them boys. I just wasn't. This Robert Mikal and OG going to turn into Halliburton. Yo, agreed. I'm not. They don't. It's just different matchups, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too worried about them. I'm not saying we blow them out, but they pose a different. They're different than Boston. Do you understand what I'm saying? Boston gave us problems because they spread out. They got that spread 5, and they chuck up a lot of threes. The Pacers are a fast-paced offense, but they don't have the offensive punch that Boston's got. Boston, you'll be down at 20 like that because of how they spread the ball around, how they shoot. The Pacers don't have a killer on their team like Tatum. Tatum is a problem. They don't have a guy like that. So that's why I'm not too worried about them. I think they're good, but I think with us, we give them problems, man. We're different. We're a different beast than the Cavs. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm not really too worried about them like that. And I respect them. I think it'll be a tough series, but I think the Knicks take them in 6. I think the Knicks take them in 6. Nick Yak says last 27-point lead in the playoffs at halftime was Clyde's game 7. Chip game against the Chamberlain Lakers. I was 12, and I remember that game. Clyde 37-17. Yo, Clyde had 37-17 that game? That was the Nick Yak. That was the Willis Reed game, right? if I'm correct. Because my dad told me stories about that too. My pops told me, he said that's what won the Knicks the game. He said because they didn't think Willis was going to play. He said so when he came out and he hit his first 2 shots, it's iconic. He said that's what kind of it just gave the Knicks momentum after that. Am I correct? He said and after that they kind of blitzed them like how tonight was. Basically the same thing because of Willis coming out. They didn't think he was going to play because I guess he was really hurt. Eric Green said Cloud was 36 and 19. He had 36 points and 19 assists. Nick Yak said 37 and 17. Yo, listen, bro. Those numbers are crazy. Those numbers are crazy. Nick Yak says, and Cat or Mitch on Turner. Last year was Hartenstein and Precious got toasted. Yeah, man. It could be either or on Turner. It could be either or. It could be either. Mitch is great defensively, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really too worried about him. I'm just not, The underrated darkness, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. It's your first time coming to my channel, man. Please subscribe to my channel, sir. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man. Big time win for them boys, 119. That was 81. The Knicks winning series 4-2. Got the Pacers on Wednesday night, man. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me in the underrated darkness. It's appreciated, man. Yeah. Nick Yak says Game 7, Reed. So that, yeah. Underrated darkness, always a sub. Yo, I appreciate that, man. I truly do, man. I truly do. Trust me, man. I do this for y'all, man. So I appreciate you subbing, man. I appreciate if you was always a sub, man. It's truly appreciated. Game 7, he hit the 2 shots. Yeah, that's legend, man. That's legend. My pops told me about that, man. He said that's what did it. But I didn't know Clyde did that. 37 and 17. Eric Green said it was 36 and 19. Still, that's insane type of numbers, man. So yeah. But listen, people, let me get up out of here. Listen, I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me. Listen, I will be doing a live. I'm be going live again later on this weekend, probably to kind of talk about the series going forward with the Pacers. So please come through and check that out. But I'll definitely be going live Wednesday to discuss Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. You hear that? Listen how good that sounds, man. Eastern Conference Finals against the Pacers. The Knicks are 8 games away from being champs, man. 8 games away. But let's take care of business first here with Indiana. And this is a revenge tour. That's what this is, a revenge tour. We got to get our revenge. We got to get that get back. We got to get that get back. So that's what the focus should be on Halliburton and the crew. All right, people, but listen, that's my show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, if it's your first time coming through rocking with me, please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, people, but listen, I'm LV Live. I will be back talking about that Eastern Conference Finals game on Wednesday night, so please come through and check it out. All right, people, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here. Peace.